Hello and welcome to another video, I guess. Um, Today I'm gonna talk about structure blocks and why I think they're underused and why I think more people should use them and the benefits of using them. The command for getting a structure block is slash give your player name, then Minecraft if you want, or just structure block like that. Then it's gonna pop into your inventory, and there you have it. Alright, so the structure block, many people have not even seen this block or don't know that it even exists in the game, but it does, and it's really useful actually. The structure blocks have three main modes: load, corner, and save. And basically what they're for is for copying structures and placing them somewhere else in your world. You can also copy structures and place them in another world, which I'll show you later. So let's start. Maybe I want to make a little structure right here. Alright, so I have this structure here that I want to copy and place somewhere else in my world. So this is what I have. And then, if you want to copy this, just place a block in each corner of the build. So one right there. Then let's go up here and place one right here. Notice I placed one block out because we want to include the vines too. And no vines on this side, so that doesn't matter. Also, keep in mind that the structure blocks, they measure from the tip of the block and not from this side. And then we want to change them to corner and type a name, maybe tree. Done. Then go down here, corner, tree. Just like that. Then we need to place another structure block, and this time we're gonna put it to save. And we're gonna try the same thing, tree. Done. So now we can just press the detect button right here, and it's gonna show us some boundaries. And this is basically the place where it's gonna copy. So if if the tree was gonna go like this, then you know you have to place this block one more block to the right. All right. So now, if you think you've included everything and it looks good, then you just come down here and into the save block and press save. Now basically it's saved in the file of your computer. You can leave the world if you want to, and then once you find a good place to place it, just place down another structure block. Let's actually then then just keep it at load. Type tree, then press load once, and now you see it's gonna load the structure in this spot. If you see the like red and blue and green lines, I think it's green, and you can see they're the same lines right here. And if we press load, it's gonna load. Now you see it actually loads the structure like on top of the block. So we don't want that. We want it one block down. They can just come in here, and instead of a 1, this is basically the coordinates relative to the block. So it's 1 because it's one block above the block. So if we press 0, then done, you see the frame is gonna move one block down. And if we press load again, it's gonna load right on the ground here. Then we can just remove the top, which we loaded before. And now you see it's the exact same tree. What you can also do is if you come in here, which we know it's gonna load on top, so we can place it one block down. We're gonna type tree. Then the relative position, we can change it to like 10 if we want to. And then when we press load once, you see it's gonna render over there because it's 10 block away. We can also do -10. Then don't press load here, just press done. and it's gonna be minus 10 blocks because it measures from this block over here, so it's not gonna be 10 blocks from this, 10 blocks from that. We can do the same here if we want to, but let's just keep it at 0 for now. So now it's back. What we also can do is these, if we want to rotate it, so that and down. Now you can see it's gonna rotate 90 degrees. It may be hard to see with this structure. Alright, so I made this arrow right here. Then we can do the same. One block in each corner. Press on corner. Let's type arrow. Done. Arrow. Done. Then a save block. And type arrow here as well. Then detect so we can control the size. Yeah, that looks good. Then save. We can also include entities if we want to. But keep in mind, if you're gonna keep entities, you need to, when it's in the load mode, you need to press this as well. Otherwise, it's not gonna load the entities. Alright. What the hell are you doing here? Now we have the arrow. And if we just load it, arrow, press it once, you can see it's gonna go in the same direction. And if we press 90, you see it's gonna turn 90 degrees to the right. It's always gonna turn to the right. So if we load now, you see the arrow is pointing that way. We can also do like this. So if we press 180, load once, and then it's gonna point that way. Same with 270, it's gonna point that way. And here's where these come in handy. So if we just do 10, maybe a little bit far, but 4, yeah, now it's gonna place like this instead of like that. Alright, let's reset it to 0. Then we can also press, there's a few other options here. We can also press this button, and what you know what, let's do like this. We can save it multiple times, and now when I load it, it's gonna be a different type. You see, it's gonna have the changes, but make sure you press save between each iteration. Alright, so now we can also press this button, and what that's gonna do is it's gonna mirror it. So load, you see now it's pointing that way with the leaves on the left. If we're just gonna do 180 with arrow, it's gonna have the leaves on the right, so it basically mirrors it. What we can also do is come here, arrow, then press these arrows, load once. Yeah, and it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna have the leaves to the left instead of to the right. So basically, if you do it like this, yeah, it's gonna do the same thing. With just a few more steps. Alright. And that's basically all for the structure block right here. We can also try the include entities if we have some fences. Spawn egg. Let's just do a zombie. Maybe a pig. So let's place a little pen right here. Oh, it's gonna escape. Well, I don't think it's gonna do that. And then press include entities on, and then save. And now arrow. Make sure to press this button if you want the entities to load, and then done. Load, I mean. And now we got the pig as well. What's cool about this is you can actually name it. Alright, so now press save again because I changed it. And let's just load it in the same place. Now it's gonna keep the name tag. I think if you like copy a horse, if you want to do that, I think it's gonna have the same attributes, but I'm not sure about that. Alright, so I'm gonna show you a few uses of the structure blocks. We're gonna start simple, and then I'm gonna show one of my favorite uses. Alright, so here, the classic, you have a half house. You don't want to build the other half, so you just do the same with the corners. Save, then place a structure block. Type in the word you named it, and then you can press this to mirror it, then press load once, and you see it's gonna be here. So either you can just move it by pressing Control, then middle mouse button, and you have the MPT tag right here. So if I just place it here, you see it's gonna load like the other one over there. And if I just place load, it's gonna be like this. But maybe I don't want double doors. Maybe I just want one door. Then just place it one block into the other, and boom. Just remove these, and we've got ourselves a house. Then we can just remove these to get rid of all the lines, and we made a full house. Also, another really great example is if you want to build like a skyscraper, you can do like this, type something, sky, and name this one, then save it, place a structure block, and you can do 0 here, then same name, load once. It's in the wrong corner, so either you can move it with these, or you can move the whole block with Control middle mouse and load. And since we've Control middle mouse it, we can just keep doing this. And we got ourselves a skyscraper. We can go as high as we want. And now for one of my favorite examples. You can even remove these if you don't save anything else, and you can still load it. Alright, so now for one of my favorite examples, you can create like a minecart track right here, and then have it load the same cart track in front of itself, and then you can create like an infinite track. So minecart, and let's go. So as you can see, I can load this forever. And this is really useful if you wanna like create a long railroad track, but you don't wanna build it for hand. You can even create like a more complex railroad track if you want to, like with details and all that. Just place this in the middle. You don't need that many redstone blocks as well. And that's just a bit overkill. Alright, but that's just a few examples of what you can do with these amazing blocks. And now I'm gonna show you how you can move one structure from one world to another world. Alright, so you want to move one structure you created to another world. How do you do that? First, start by going into the Minecraft files. So how I do it is I type %up.up%, then I open up the file, go into .minecraft, then saves, and then here you can find the world you were looking for. In my case, it's called test. Alright, so once you're in this, you need to open up the other world where you want to move your file. I've already done that, so it's right here, structure block test. Then what you want to do is in the first world, go to generated, then Minecraft, structures, and here you can find the what's here we can find the arrow which I created. It's basically going to be the name of the structure you created, and then you might not find a generated folder in the other world. So what you want to do is just create a new folder, type generated with small characters, then go into that folder, make a new one, then type Minecraft, go into that one, make a new one, then type structures. Alright, so once you've done that, you can just copy this and place it inside of here. So now you should be able to just boot up Minecraft. Alright, so once you're in here, /give structure block, and just type in the name arrow for me, then load. It's gonna generate on top and load. Also, if you want entities, don't forget to press include entities on, then load. We haven't got the name. Alright, that's it for today. See ya.